What do we need to know about a moon and Gemini personality in the natal birth chart? Well, the very first thing is they're pleasant individuals, they're witty, and they can be rather charming. They can also be moody and irritable. That's something very, very important to consider. Because of their moodiness, because of their irritability, this can really come off as being sort of in the weeds of the intellectualization that may be going on. There's a strong need for new information here, a very, very strong need to collect and gather data and information and to learn things. They are genuinely curious individuals without emotional bias towards their curiosity. They have a genuine curiosity towards life, to a fault. They can result to nervousness, restlessness, and worry at the low level. They may become very restless and they need constant stimulation at all times. They need to be stimulated. They need to be having a lot of things going on. They read, they think, and they talk a lot about things. That's something very, very important to know. Is that they like to pursue the intellectual versions of life. They're very chatty individuals as well. Like all of us, they need their time to recharge their batteries, get away from people, do the self-care things. They need that recharging time, and that time to recharge and replenish their energy is especially important for Moon and Gemini people because they like to surround themselves with people and stimulation and communication. So they need to learn to take a step back when they feel irritable or when they feel rather sensitive. It's important to take a step back and really recognize where your place is in the world is. They are most at peace when they are on the go, when they're um, doing things, when they're stimulating themselves, when they're out and about in the world, pursuing what they want to pursue. They don't like to sit, they don't like to be bored, they don't like to sit down doing nothing for long periods of time. They need to be moving, they need to keep going and keep themselves stimulated. Boredom is, the kiss of death with any Gemini placements, especially with the moon, because the moon represents what you need most to feel secure, most to feel emotionally nurtured, and they need the stimulation and new information for them to feel that kind of way. Their emotions must be expressed through movement or conversation. They need to talk about their feelings. They need to intellectualize their feelings. That's very, very important with moon air signs is talking about their feelings, intellectualizing them. And I can say that personally as an air moon myself. They relish social settings and events. They want social social environments, and they thrive on getting to know different types of people. They have an instinctual art of conversation as well. The art of carrying out a conversation, talking, listening comes naturally to them. They may assume that they have overcome an issue or emotion when they've just intellectualized it, not just moving through it, which can be an issue with this placement because they may not want to sit and really feel and move through their feelings. They may dislike housework, but they may thrive at home improvement. They may really enjoy home improvement. They don't like routine, they don't like consistency, they get bored, they need change and stimulation. They need novelty as well. They need adventure also. They enjoy reading and writing. Very, very important elements of communication, learning information and communicating that information. Because the moon in Gemini is ruled by the planet Mercury, the planet of communication. So Mercury plays a big influence in a moon in Gemini's birth chart with how it's aspected to the moon and what sign that it's in. Especially if the person with a Gemini moon is a also a Gemini rising, um, or that kind of a thing, because that can be very important in the signature as well. They're very charming and flirtatious. It's sort of an unsettled energy in the mix that comes to play with Moon and Gemini. Moon and Gemini as parents are good at handling the intellectual needs of their children rather than the emotional needs. They are good at organizing get-togethers as well. They have the gift of the gab. They are clever and witty and often are found socializing with others. So that is very, very important. Um, is that they can be great socializers. They're open to new ideas. They're also very flexible, versatile, and adaptable as well. Difficult behavior from them stems from inner restlessness. So the difficult behavior, the sort of acting up, comes from their inner restlessness. They want to do it all. They fail to only stick to one project. So instead of sticking to one or two things, they want to spread themselves out in multiple different directions. They want to put all these different flowers, trying all these different things at the buffet rather than take one or two things. They want a whole array and variety of that. They want to talk things out when crisis hit. When a problem comes, when an issue arises, they want to talk it out. It's very, very huge for them. And analyzing their emotions, intellectualizing them makes them more on the side of being emotionally detached. They probably grew up in an environment where feeling their emotions was frowned upon or discouraged. So instead of being fully nurtured and being allowed to really feel their emotions, the parent could have um, advised the child to go distract themselves by doing something else to stimulate their mind to take their focus elsewhere. Sing a song, read a book, go to a new place, instead of really leaning into the emotions and nurturing themselves on that deep emotional level. You probably, if you were born with the moon in Gemini, perceived your mother as a friend and your relationship with her as lighthearted. Gemini parents are very supportive of their child's education. Moon and Gemini women specifically are fun, witty, and entertaining. They're a very interesting person to be around and to talk to. Gemini moon men are not shy about expressing their needs. Gemini moon women are seen as teachers in their community. They want to have a friendly relationship with their children. Gemini moon individuals feel comfortable, more comfortable, talking about their feelings as opposed to feeling them. They may feel misunderstood at times. They like their thoughts to soar and roam. They find stories about people in the world endlessly fascinating. So they want to learn, they want to grow, they need new information, as I keep saying in this video. They want to interact and get to know as many people as possible. make as many friends as possible. They want to be around people who can teach them more about the world. They mirror one's conversation style back to them. The moon in Gemini, however, may think rather than feel when they should feel at those times. They enjoy being around smart and clever people. Um, they feel good when they're in a place where they can learn new things. Their minds are incredibly active. They're very smart individuals. They prefer light-filled conversations to deeper conversations. They prefer the light and positive side of conversations rather than the deeper negative side of conversations. They're capable of getting along with anyone. They're very, very versatile. They're very adaptable, as I said before. They can get along with anyone from all walks of life. They can be manipulative and two-faced at worst. They like to communicate their issues. They like to talk about their feelings. When tension arises, when difficult situations arise, they like to make light of it by using their humor, using their wit to their advantage. They may joke about things that bother them at times. Very, very good thing for a Gemini moon individual to do is to focus on meditation and breath to really ground themselves, to center themselves, to really focus on their breath because Gemini rules breath and communication. It is an air sign, so it's very, very important for them to go into mindfulness meditation. And finally, Moon and Gemini people may be disorganized and maybe all over the place at times. So that's something to know about Moon and Gemini as well. So that is what I have on the Moon and Gemini in the natal birth chart. Thank you for watching this video. Like this video, subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.